I'm at the Fleck orchard here, standing in between the Benton on Mazzard block and the Benton on Gisela 6 block, looking down the hill to the east. To the left here, these trees are Benton on Mazzard. To the right of the drive row here, these trees are Benton on Gisela 6. What I see here is that these Mazzard trees have a heavier crop of Benton than the Gisela trees. The Mazzard trees also have, I would say, about the same amount of shoot extension that's occurring, but not nearly as many lateral side shoots being developed as the Gisela trees. But that's okay because we're farming these Benton to be grown as very long whips, like that branch I just shook there. They're long cingulated whips because cherries generally grow, the biggest cherries, the biggest fruit is grown on upright wood. So this is a bush type system where you have a large number of leaders leading up to the herb that you're producing fruit on. Just to give you an idea of the fruit, those are Benton fruit. They are about 2 weeks from harvest, give or take a couple of days on either side. So again, this is Benton on Mazzard. Now let's walk over to the Benton on Gisela 6 or Benton on G6. And so you can see that there is less fruit on these Benton on Gisela 6 trees. We just recently came in and pruned the lateral branching, which we have more lateral branching in these Gisela, but you can see these branches here have been pruned. They're laying there on the ground, all those dried shoots. And the reason we did that was to, these trees were getting fairly bushy because of all the side breaks, lateral breaks rather, and we were concerned about the fruit being shaded and buds being shaded. So the cherries are fairly large here, as you can see. For being 2 weeks away, let's pick this piece of fruit. For being 2 weeks away, these cherries are quite big. So this fruit here is already a 10.5 row piece of. It's already a 10.5 row piece of fruit. Let me get this in the shade here, so. It's not focusing on there, but anyhow, that's a 10.5 row piece of fruit, which is considered the standard size for Bing at market. But we are several weeks from picking, about 14 days, as I mentioned. So these fruit are going to be huge. Anyway, as I look at these G6 Benton trees, I think that we have almost too much vigor in these trees and not enough desire to produce fruit. You can see how much bushier they are than those Benton on Mazzard. The one thing I would say is that we could use more upright limbs in this block, and that's why we actually are trying to encourage quite a bit of lateral branching, because we don't have enough linear feet of fruiting wood in here. This is going to sound weird, but I also always look at how the ground cover is doing in an orchard. That's indicative of the amount of water and fertilizer that is going on. I like a lush and vigorously growing ground cover in the alleyway to that's a good indicator that the trees are getting sufficient water. We also do neutron probe readings, of course, but but just a way to look at it. And these fruit are already very, very large, and they're a couple weeks away, so it'll be a great harvest in here, but not enough volume of cherries here in the G6 Benton block. I think we have a very, very nice crop of trees. We're going to cross this road here. We have a very nice crop of fruit in the Benton on Mazzard block, but you can see we have a lot more upright shoots. Might also note that the fruit aren't quite as big here in the Mazzard block, but there are a lot more of them, and these may size to be as big as the G6 cherries. We don't know. So there we are. Fleck Benton on Mazzard and Fleck Benton on Gisela 6.